And they're off. Corrected pedigree, great kisser flashing out there first, and tough workouts on the chase of the outside with speed too. Moncrief moving forward, corrected pedigree broke sharp at back in fourth position. As they move for the far turn, another 2 lengths back. It's a little bit risky. Borletti follows that one, and then back to Valori, upside down man racing to the back of the pack, suddenly third last position. Roller coaster man back there with that man trilling to field is Happy Jaunt. Three-way scramble midpoint on the turn. Great kisser now just in front from tough workout. Moncrief there on the outside, a little bit risky, extreme outside, corrected pedigree, riding the inside with a quarter of a mile left to go. Another 5 back, and it is Borletti. 360s left to run. Great kisser, corrected pedigree up the rail. Here comes corrected pedigree. Moncrief on the outside, Moncrief outside, great kisser, corrected pedigree down to the inside, continues to battle on. Borletti late run far outside. Moncrief just in front. Here on the far outside, upside down man, center of the course, upside down man trying to get up, upside down man, and Borletti in a thriller. Great Notion out of Stormy Mistress by Stormy Atlantic in a minute 3.07. 100 to 10. $1 superfecta, $599. Second race, exacta trifecta superfecta, double pick 3, pick 4. 22 to race 2. Yeah, the gate. They're off. Sharp break for Freeze the Fire. Brother Conway back in the woods is in the early speed mix too. Whiskey and You Conway running in the 4th spot. On the outside is Holy Synchronicity, another 4 back. Juster's Song, and Murray is last of them all. Murray last and some 9 off that pace. Back in the woods showing the way 3 parts of a length from Brother Conway, and Freeze the Fire inside third. Holy Synchronicity 2 more lengths. Whiskey and You is followed by Juster's Song, and Murray is 7th still. Heading into the far turn run. Back in the woods out there. Back in the woods 4 furlongs out from Brother Conway, keeping up at the 2nd spot. Then it's Freeze the Fire. Holy Synchronicity is next. Whiskey and Use in the 3 path now. Outside of that is Jester's Song, and Murray better hurry. Murray's on the inside, still 7 or 8 off that speed. So it is back in the woods, and on the outside Brother Conway. Now Murray gets an inside kick there from 5th position, trying to move up from 4th at the top of the stretch. Brother Conway is resting a narrow lead from back in the woods. Murray now on a roll from 3rd, angled off the inside. Murray 3rd, center of the track and driving. Brother Conway furlong from home, 2-length lead. Murray on the outside, scrambling to catch Brother Conway. Brother Conway, Murray on the outside, gaining inches. Murray, Brother Conway, Murray, and Brother Conway. Final finish. Murray, Brother Conway. Then it was back in the woods and Holy Synchronicity. And Murray, up in time win in race 2 with a $2 exacta, 26.80. Dollar trifecta, 86.30. $17 scratch 6 silver bullet 20, 7 Forest City, 12 bonded, 13 factotum, 14 Citizen K, 15 marathoner, 16 Vanzy. 23 to race 3, mile turf. They're off. Cassius slow to go. Masicato and Consultant with early speed, and Coffee with Chris is moving forward too. His coaches meeting there on the outside with early foot as well. Coaches meeting coming to join the pace while three deep into the turn run. Coffee with Chris settles in on the inside in fourth. Joe is traveling in fifth. Then it's Be Determined just in sixth. Always Gambling seventh. Rail. Another two to Fun Lovin' Criminal, and Cassius is in the back after that slow start. About a dozen, 13 lengths will cover them. Masicato leads the way from Consultant by a neck. Coaches meeting parked on the outside in the clear from third. Coffee with Chris is in fourth. Joe travels in fifth position. Always Gambling right on the inside. Alongside of that is Be Determined. They're 6 or 7 lengths off that pacemaker. Masicato back of the pack. Fun Lovin' Criminal and Cassius trailing the field. Heading into the far turn. And Masicato just in front from Consultant. Coaches meeting third, and Coffee with Chris is in fourth. Fun Lovin' Criminal on the outside tries to fire up. Joe's in between horses. Then Always Gambling. Be Determined still has plenty to do. A good dozen from the front. And Cassius trails the field top of the stretch. Masicato trying to stay on from Consultant. Coaches meeting on the outside. Down inside there is Joe at the 3/16 pole. They're in upper stretch. Consultant coaches meeting. And here comes Be Determined on the far outside. And Joe rolling up the rail. Here comes Joe on the inside. Does Joe still have it? Joe's on the inside. Coaches meeting Joe. Coaches meeting Joe. And Be Determined right there in a three-way go. Always Gambling fourth. Out of Miss Sammy by Tale of Ikati. Bred in Kentucky by Nursery Place, Donaldson Broadbent. Big Dream, mile, second wire finish. Fourth race, Exacta Trifecta Superfecta Double. Pick 3, start of the Chesapeake Pick 6. Carry over $2,832. Start of the Pick 6, race 4. And they're off. Moment's notice, Urban Symphony on the outside, the first two to respond out of the gate. And Where's My Chew up there close in third, will now settled in mid-pack. Amy's Music races fourth on the outside, and Cadeau d'Argent is next and guided to the between horses as they move down the backstretch. Only 3.5 lengths will cover them. Urban Symphony is the leader. Urban Symphony by a length from Moment's Notice in second. Where's My Chew is in third. Cadeau d'Argent trying to get closer in between rivals as they move past the 5.5 furlong mark to the second wire run. Amy's Music settled in, rating along in last position. Only 3.5 or 4 from Urban Symphony. Urban Symphony calls the shots up front. Urban Symphony from Moment's Notice in second. Then Where's My Chew on the inside third. Amy's Music called on for run well, 3 wide of the track, and Cadeau d'Argent is in between rivals around the far turn. Urban Symphony is still there. Moment's Notice asks the question from second as Cadeau d'Argent tries to kick on the inside. Amy's Music with a clear run on the outside. Amy's Music now taking aim at Urban Symphony as they make the turn for home. Urban Symphony narrow lead. A quarter of a mile left to go from Amy's Music in second. And Moment's Notice battles along. That's at an even pace. Cadeau d'Argent tips off the inside. Coming gamely between horses. Cadeau d'Argent third, almost second now. But in the meantime, Urban Symphony's holding on to the lead. 1 furlong left to go. From Cadeau d'Argent, Amy's Music third, Urban Symphony willing with a 16 to go. Cadeau d'Argent trying to reach on the outside. Cadeau d'Argent to the outside, going to make it close. Urban Symphony, Cadeau d'Argent, Urban Symphony, Cadeau d'Argent. And Urban Symphony to the second wire run. 3-year-old Grey Gelding Cadeau d'Argent by gift box out of For All the Grands by Taylor Bacati. Tyler Connor, the winning jockey. Official double pays $83.20. Pick 3, $49.25. $2 exacta $59.40. $1 trifecta $54.20. $1 superfecta $150.80. Miles second finish, they're off. Southern District with a good break, and also there is Lord Winselot and Rob the Rich in a hurry too. Lord Winselot, Rob the Rich, Energy Efficient is racing in third position. Southern Horse is next in fourth, and to the outside is Morning Thoughts and Southern District. After a good beginning, has dropped to the back of the pack, some 8 or 9 lengths off the pace. Rob the Rich is pushed along for the backstretch run by Lord Winselot. Right there on the outside, these two nose to nose for the lead. Energy Efficient right off that pair in third position. Morning Thoughts kept close in fourth. Another 2 lengths back in Southern Horse, and Southern District is actually second to last. There's one more way back. That is a Scribe who trails the field into the far turn run. Into the turn, Lord Winselot is the leader. Rob the Rich under sudden pressure now. Into the turn is Morning Thoughts, ranging up 3 or 4 wide. Energy Efficient in the battle as well. Back to Southern Horse and Southern District trying to come alive from second last position, and the Scribe is trailing the field. They race to the top of the stretch for the extended run for home. And Lord Winselot holding on to a narrow lead from Morning Thoughts, trying to press on by to the outside. It's a gap of 6 lengths back. And Southern District toward the center of the track is third and trying to gain now. Southern District way out there. Southern District has 5 to make up in 3/16 of a mile to do it, but Southern District keeps on grinding on the far outside. Here comes Southern District, the old boy Southern District, and Morning Thoughts, Southern District down to settle it with a 16 to go. Morning Thoughts is gritty, Southern District trying. Morning Thoughts and Jebby Toledo from Southern District. And then it was Lord Winselot third. Minute 39:38. $2 exacta 7/6 30/20. $1 trifecta 77 even. $1 superfecta 16.40 1/5. Check your tickets 1/5. Constellation double 1/7 double 73.80. Pick 3 $42.35. Pick 4 $132.50. Pick 5 $511.50. Next up, the 6th race, a mile and a 16th on the turf. In the 6th race, scratch 1, Montpensant. 3, Earl of Godiva is 1 over. 4, Tyson's Delivery, 2 over. 7, Gordito, 3 over. 9, Kevin. In line, Imperial Spy. Lined up. And they're off. Earl of Godiva on the inside, asks for early speed. Tyson's Delivery, Annihilate him, the favorite right there with early foot as well. On the inside is City Pandas moving along into 4th position. Next is Gordito as they move to that first turn run. Just for Giggles to settle out wide on the course, about 3 or 4, path well off the inside. Now to angle over just a tad into the first turn run. Kevin of Black right in tight. Just behind that in Imperial Spy, and trailing the field is Forced Attitude. Forced Attitude is last, some 20 off the pace. Good pace going out there with Earl of Godiva from Tyson's Delivery and City Panda third. Annihilate him in a perfect spot from 4th. Here's Gordito traveling in 5th. Another 6 6 lengths back. Just for Giggles, Kevin of Black Rock is next. Imperial Spy and Forced Attitude in the back. Bunching up now only about a dozen lengths from front to back. Earl of Godiva the beat. Earl of Godiva from Tyson's Delivery. Inside is City Panda, now claiming third spot from Annihilate him alongside in fourth. Back to Gordito, who's got 5.5 to make up. Edging into the far turn run. Back to Just for Giggles. Imperial Spy on the inside. Second last is Kevin of Blackrock, and not much from Forced Attitude. It is still Earl of Godiva. Earl of Godiva. Here's Gordito making a bid. Same for Annihilate him. And Tyson's Delivery comes to the outside now to challenge Earl of Godiva and take a narrow lead. Earl of Godiva trying to dig down as Tyson's Delivery is there on the outside for the final furlong. Shifting into 10 is Gordito from third and trying to level off. Extreme outside Just for Giggles with a late belated run. Here's Just for Giggles. Just for Giggles closing on the outside. Tyson's Delivery. Just for Giggles. Ha! Just for Giggles and Tyson's Delivery in a final finish. And Earl of Godiva was third. In the winner's circle, Just for Giggles, is Mario Villalobos aboard. Owned by Defecta pays $735.40. Superfecta coming up. Super High Five carryover $4,687.65. 7-8 double $47.40. Pick 3 $55.70. Pick 4 $283.35. Superfecta $2,667.30. 8437. In the seventh race, scratch number 3, Viennese Waltz. 7, Queen Regent. 8, Lovely Charm. 9, Too Many Kisses. 11, Warrior's Ransom. 22 to race 7 on the Excel. And they're off. Life, Love, and Laughter and Bay Street. Bay Street will carry on early and grab that lead. So it is Bay Street up top from Princess Javantia. Life, Love, and Laughter take it back in third after the sharp break. Next Girl racing on the outside. Past Tense is 5 lengths off a speed. The Amazing Miz in the gray on the inside of Past Tense. And trailing the field back there is in the back of the pack, some 8 lengths off that pace is Anoint. So round that first turn, they roll round the turn, and it's Bay Street opening up. Opening up 2.5 lengths at a comfortable pace. Princess Javantia is second by 3. Life, Love, and Laughter is in third. Next Girl is racing in fourth. Then it's a gap of 3 or 4 more lengths at the back of the pack are Anoint and Past Tense, and on the inside, the Amazing Mizzen. Bay Street in control under Toledo. Princess Javantia trying to come after that one now. Ask for a little bit for a run as they quicken up for the far turn. Life, Love, and Laughter, and Next Girl are next. And back on the outside is Anoint. And second last is the Amazing Mizzen. And Past Tense has to pick it up into the far turn. Princess Javantia at Bay Street, Princess Javantia. As a separation of 3 to the next pair. Next Girl and Life, Love, and Laughter on the inside. They're coming alive. Next Girl and Life, Love, and Laughter coming after Princess Javantia. Bay Street a bit weary on the inside at the top of the lane. Next Girl on the far outside of the course, and Life, Love, and Laughter gamely in between horses. They roll through the final furlong, and on the outside it is Life, Love, and Laughter to a narrow lead from Next Girl. Bay Street battles along in third position, followed by Princess Javantia down to the last 16th of a mile. Life, Love, and Laughter from Next Girl second, and then it was Bay Street Past Tense. Running time, minute 42.21. $60, $88, $90 trifecta. Double 8 and 5, 50, 80. Pick 3, 24, 30. $1 Superfecta 213.50. Eighth race Exacta Trifecta Superfecta double, no changes. Ninth race scratch the 11 Gourmet. Race 8 Exacta Tri Super double. Radical Right Restless settled. And they're off. General Jim and Radical Right. Haley's First Notion with a sharp break today. On the mark is right there, and the pace mix as well. Patinga's Twin is second last, just out kicked by the speed now of General Jim. And Augusta Melody is on the inside. Only 5.5 lengths will cover the entire field. General Jim is that leader by a head. Haley's First Notion right alongside the challenge at the half-mile pole. Patinga's Twin picks up third from Radical Right down to the inside. In between horses is On the Mark, and it's another two. Augusta Melody still last, 5.5 off the lead. Far Turn Run, Haley's First Notion, General Jim. Here is On the Mark in third, and Radical Right. Patinga's Twin driven in fifth position, and Augusta Melody yet to pick it up for the back of the pack with a quarter of a mile left to go. Inside is General Jim, outside Haley's First Notion. On the Mark is third and threatening with 1 furlong left to run. Radical Right in between horses, driven as well. Furlong left to go, Haley's First Notion. On the mark, Haley's First Notion. They're nose and nose for the lead. Haley's First Notion is digging down. On the Mark, surging to put a nose in front. On the Mark, right on the money. On the mark from Haley's First Notion, close third. Radical Right, Patinga's Twin. There's a photo. Judges have called for a photo. In the winner's circle is the official Mark. Owned and trained by Joanne Schenkel. Ties Lapostino aboard. Bred in Kentucky by Burden Creek Farm, Springland Farm. 5-year-old Grey Gelding on the mark by Anchor Down out of Lady Rushmore by Wild Rush. In a minute, 10.55. $2 Exacta 4.5, 47.60. $1 Trifecta 156.10. $1 Superfecta 336.10. And they're off. My Dear Antonia from the inside. Here's Bella Estrella firing up with early speed. Born Charmer is right there too. And Tekka, solid break, will take back into fourth spot to the turn run. Rasta Girl on the outside, about 4 deep into the turn run. As Born Charmer is not cornering, Tekka's not cornering very well into the first turn run. As a shuffle back there on the inside, High View is up close, only about 5 off his speed. Minari improving a spot too as they sort. It is Bella Estrella, the one to catch. Rasta Girl on the outside takes second. My Dear Antonia Minari is in fourth. Born Charmer is in fifth. Tekka a bit more settled. And on the outside of Tekka is Scholar. High View is 7 from the front while saving ground for the backstretch run. Incisive Kitten and Buzzaway and Hold in the back of the pack. A dozen lengths will cover them. 4 furlongs left to go. Bella Estrella leads it by a neck from Rasta Girl in second. Then it's My Dear Antonia Minari is next. And Born Charmer is fifth on the inside. Heading around the turn. Tekka is in between rivals as they round the turn. Scholar's about 3 wide with 3 furlongs left to go. High View is called on for run, trying to kick for the back of the pack. Still 7's in the front, but High View is starting to get interested while 3 wide. Outside of High View is Incisive Kitten, widest of them all into the stretch, and it's a wide open affair. Minari, Bella Estrella on the inside continues to battle along second. My Dear Antonia is in third. Deep outside there is Incisive Kitten trying to pick up late, but time is running out. Then back to Scholar. Here is Minari. Minari gets away clean at the end. Minari buzz away. Flew late for second. Then Bella Estrella and Incisive Kitten. 7, 10, 6, 8, and 1. Brian Trainer, Daniel Santano with 2. 5-year-old dark by a brown mare by Oscar Performance out of Striking Style by Smart Strike, Caldera Farm Incorporated. Running time minute 38.05. $2 exacta 104.40, 482.20 for the dollar try, $2,479.30 superfecta. Double 126.60, pick $306.15, pick 4 $620.05, pick 5 $2,486.60.